This segment of Delmarva Life is brought to you by Heavenly Gates Pet Cremation.
This is Presley, a golden doodle who loved each and every person he met. He was well behaved, he loved adventure, and he was Amber Lewis's best friend. And so, as you might imagine, as he neared the end of his life, she dreaded that fateful day.
Well, when Presley did finally pass, she was absolutely devastated. But thanks to Heavenly Gates Pet Cremation, that heartache was comforted, even if only just for a little bit. Now, Amber says that she never wants to even imagine what it could have been like had she not had that support through this painful process. Here's Delmarva Life's Katie Zerilli with the story.
For 15 years, Amber Lewis and her golden doodle Presley were every bit inseparable.
Him and I had a bond that nobody understands, but me. I remember many, many nights just taking him through a drive-through and getting dinner and just sitting in a parking lot together. He loved going for rides, and I'm a runner, so he would run with me, when he was in his youth.
With kind eyes and a ready smile, this devoted dog would welcome clients to Amber's hair salon with a world of warmth.
He was my little sidekick. He would just lay under the chair the whole time, and hair would fall over him. And so, yeah, he was fantastic. He was a great dog.
Amy Ford was one of those clients. She loved Presley passionately.
Presley has been around longer than I have. So yeah, but every time I came, he would always either come in, want his belly rubbed, or come in and visit with me.
Unfortunately, in his later years, kidney disease would wreak havoc on this poor pooch. Amber brought in a rescue, Priscilla, which helped temporarily, but eventually he just couldn't hang on.
He actually went out the doggy door in the middle of the night and went behind the shed and passed away.
Amber knew Amy's work with Heavenly Gates Pet Cremation, and so, though heavily heartbroken, she got in touch with her immediately.
I had her on speed dial ready for when that would happen. So that morning, as soon as we found him, she was the first person I called.
Basically, when she called me, I knew. I knew right away as soon as I saw her number come on my phone that she was calling about Presley.
Amy remembers arriving to Amber's whole family alongside her, grieving this precious pup.
And I cried right there with them. It was just a beautiful way to kind of say goodbye to him.
The hardest goodbye, Amber's, was made just a little bit easier because she knew her beloved boy would be in compassionate care.
I can't imagine not being able to trust the person taking him, So it was very heartwarming to know that he was in Amy's hands, and but she allowed me to have all the time in the world.
I purposely just held off doing anything with him until I knew what she wanted the next step to be. And I knew that she was grieving and she needed that time.
After she had her time, it was only a few days before she got precious Presley back.
I remember opening the bag with his scarf, and of course could smell him again, so it was great. I felt like I had him back, So it's nice to have him in the home. I actually held the clay one and placed my hand upon it to remember what his paw was like.
To this day, I still think he's one of the best paw prints I've gotten. He gave me a great paw print. He gave me an amazing nose print.
Heavenly Gates Pet Cremation offers all kinds of different options for folks to best remember their companion. Presley's urn is simply perfect.
I went with the blue, and as far as the actual urn itself, the shape of it I love, mostly because it looks like his treat jar.
She also loves that the ashes inside, she's sure, are only her dog's.
I was highly reassured that this was going to be my boy in the urn, and that was it. So that was very comforting as well.
And the comfort didn't stop there.
One day, Amy showed up on my doorstep with a cake that looked just like Presley. And as much as I didn't want to eat it, we all celebrated his life, and we ate the cake, which was amazing.
Part of Amber's grieving process eventually included welcoming this ball of energy into her home. Meet Teddy. He'll be happy to say hi.
A new dog never replaces an old one. It just fills the void that the other one left behind, and it just kind of expands your heart. And I love seeing her with Teddy.
Of course, while she makes new memories with this active Auburn pup, she'll treasure those she has with Presley, thanks in large part to Heavenly Gates.
I've said over and over again that I could not have gone through this process without Amy and Heavenly Gates.
An operation with the utmost love and loyalty, of which Presley would be proud.
Now, Heavenly Gates Pet Cremation is in Seaford, and if you're interested in reading more testimonials, you can find a link on DelmarvaLife.com.
They're such a big part of our families.
It's something you don't want to think about, but you really have to.
Yeah.
You really need to.